In most video games, you play as a hero who has to fulfill some kind of quest or adventure. However, you don't always have to go alone. You can be joined by allies, which should help the game become easier or more enjoyable. Here is my top 10 favorite. Number 10, Patashi from the Dog Island. If you've never heard of the Dog Island, I'm not surprised. It is a really underrated game. It's pretty good for a game if this is the cover. Anyway, Patashi is an egg, which is obviously a made-up creature. Although Patashi doesn't do much except tell you what to do next. He gets this place because of his backstory. Patashi comes from Egg World because he did bad stuff like graffiti and whatever. The Ant Queen makes him go to the Dog World and grow an egg tree, which only grows by helping people. So of course you have to go help him out. The good thing about this is Patashi's character grows through the game and he learns how good it is to help people. He's pretty helpful himself at times too. Number 9. Palutena from Kid Icarus Uprising. Palutena is the goddess of light who communicates with Pit through his mind. A bit confusing, I know. Again, Palutena's abilities mainly involve her giving you hints and telling you where to go, but her personality helps her to become a memorable character. She playfully teases Pit throughout the game, and comes up with a few good jokes too. All in all, the game wouldn't be the same without her.
I have no idea what he's saying.
He's like, "Yar, I'll make you walk the space plank, scurry dog." That's just a loose translation.
Oh man, not the space plank.
Number 8. Geno from Super Mario RPG. Geno is one awesome ally. He is a spirit from the Star World who inhabits the body of a wooden doll. He's certainly a lot stronger than the expected wooden dolls would be, with some truly powerful special moves such as Geno Beam and Geno Whirl. There's something I like about his personality too. While most characters seem energetic and excited at times, Geno barely nods his head. But so good habits. Sounds weird, I know. Anyway, Geno is one ally you won't regret having on your team.
Huh? No.
Number 7. Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2. I can't think of what the Luigi's Mansion games would be like without Egad in them. He certainly brings with him a lot of personality and a few good jokes too. Unlike most characters who give hints and tell you where to go, he is also responsible for the inventions used in the game, such as the poltergeist, strobe light, and the periscope. He's a character that the game would have suffered without.
My Blargian Snagglebeast devours your mutant swamp fly. Oh yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming. Hey, what are you doing?
Check and mate.
What? That's cheating!
On the contrary, the rules clearly state that the Blargian Snagglebeast has an allergic reaction to swamp flies that last 2 turns.
Number 6. Clank from Ratchet and Clank. Clank is a brilliant partner. Though he spends a lot of time on your back, not doing much, His personality makes him pretty memorable. I like his voice too. He also occasionally does solo missions on his own, which are usually more puzzle orientated. Despite doing less than Ratchet, he gets more popularity than him, mostly due to his TV show, Secret Agent Clank. He's a great character in my opinion.
But Velden is in the Solana Galaxy. Oh no, not the gravimetric warp drive. The untested gravimetric warp drive? The one you built from bloggy and scrap metal? Coming? We are doomed.
You were saying?
I stand corrected.
Number 5. Yoshi from the Super Mario series. Who can forget the first time Yoshi popped out of that egg in Super Mario World? The idea of having a partner in a game series that earlier forced you to go alone was fantastic. Yoshi certainly has his uses. He can eat enemies and stomp on spiked ones without getting hurt. If he eats a red Koopa shell, he can spit out fireballs. If he eats a blue one, he can fly for a short time. If he eats a yellow one, he can defeat nearby enemies just by stomping the ground. And he won't disappear if he gets hurt. He'll just run around and you can get back on him as many times as you want. He's reappeared as Mario's ally in several main and spin-off games. And this dinosaur is pretty popular with fans. It's certainly not hard to see why. Number 4. Midna from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. There are many sidekicks in the Zelda series, but Midna is the clear winner here. Why? Well, she is more useful than the others, since she can teleport to places you've been before just by talking to her, which certainly beats having to play an entire song like in the previous games. Another reason she stands out is her personality. Though at first she's a bit of a jerk, her character soon grows into a brilliant sidekick. The moment when you first meet her is one of my favourite moments in video games. Even her design stands out from the others. Definitely my favourite partner in any Zelda game so far. Number 2. Boney from Mother 3. In Mother 2, also known as Earthbound, at the beginning of the game you could have a dog in your team, which I liked a lot. But all of a sudden the dog ran home and refused to come outside. I was really disappointed, and I thought the idea of a dog on your side had a lot of potential. Nintendo must have thought this, because in its sequel, Mother 3, your dog was a permanent member on the team. Boney might not be the most useful character on the team, but his sniff ability, which tells you the weakness of the enemy, proves invaluable later in the game, and of course he can attack and use items. Boney also dresses as a human in one part of the game, which I found hilarious. The best thing about Boney though, is simply the fact that he's a dog fighting on your team. I mean, how awesome would that be? Number 1. Tails from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Tails has always been Sonic's sidekick, and he makes a brilliant one too. He first appeared as Sonic's partner in Sonic 2. He might have seemed a bit useless at first, but he can sometimes save you by grabbing a ring that is about to disappear, which was absolutely vital during the hardest boss encounters. He can also kill enemies for you too. He's reappeared in almost every Sonic game to date, even if the more recent ones have made him simply the guy who explains things to you. One of the best things about him though, is that his personality is almost a complete contrast from Sonic. While Sonic is cocky, does more actions than thinking, and heads into battle without planning, Tails is modest, intelligent, and will often prepare machines before heading out on a mission. This makes him a perfect sidekick, and he is my favourite ally in video games. Well, that's my list. Thank you everyone very much for watching. If there is a character you think should be on the list, please tell me in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe for more lists.